Welcome again to Shavor Ras TV. This is Things We Need to Know Thursday. Every Thursday we give you a video called Things We Need to Know Thursday. So this Thursday, before we get started anyway, just go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notification bell on so each time we uploaded a video, you will be getting it right there on your phone. So, and I want to say a special welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining our community, and we're really happy for you to subscribe to this channel, and I know you'll be well educated and be informed of what's going on in this world. So we're going to be talking about Lamar Smith. So Lamar Smith, just to give you a little insight of who we're going to be talking about, he was born 1892 in Mississippi, in Brookshaven, Mississippi, right? And he died in August 13th, 1955. So he was 63 years old when he died. Okay, so this guy is a U.S. civics right figure, a black farmer, a former World War vet, and an organizer of black voters registration. In 1955, he was shot dead in broad daylight, okay, around 10 a.m. at close range on his lawn of a Lincoln County courthouse in Brookhaven, Mississippi. So, you know, back in those times, this is what happened to anytime you're trying to fight for black people, or you're trying to fight for your own people, or you're trying to basically open their eyes to what's going on in their country, in their surrounding. So they're not going to like things like that. So they will do anything. And Lamar was one of those guys. He is a guy that he actually have interest in his people. He tries his best every time to fight for his people, and he makes sure he's trying to open up everybody's eyes to what's going on in their surrounding, because a lot of us still sleeping. Okay, so can you imagine in broad daylight you getting shot? And it's crazy. So let's read on. So Mr. Smith murders was one of several racial motivation attacks in Mississippi in 1955. The other incident includes the murder of George W. Lee, a civic rights leader in Belhansny, that's in May, the killing of Emmett Till, a black teenager visiting from Chicago, in August, and the shooting of Gus Court that happened in December. The Civic Rights Association of Lee in Belhansny, the Smith case was cited in the NAACP Humpet M of the Mississippi and murder. So this guy, he didn't just sacrifice his life, but he have couple people from the civic rights movement that also their life was sacrificed also with him. And there was, like I said earlier, there was from different region in Mississippi, but they all on the same movement that called the civic rights movement in Belhansny. So they fight for our freedom. They try to open our eyes, and this guy was murdered in broad daylight in front of everybody. And they claim that they never see what happened, because his killer happened to be a Caucasian white man, and all these people, they was there and they see what happened, and they will never speak up. They just keep their peace, they just keep their mouth, and they never say nothing. So let's read on in the articles. So 3 white men, Noah Smith, Mark Smith, and Charles Falvey, were arrested in connection with Smith murder on September 13, 1955 in an all-white Brookhaven-Dale grand jury failed to return any indictment. Okay, so basically we're looking at a crime right here, and the person who do it is basically about to get away with it. So I'm saying all that to say this: things that we're going through right now in this jurisdiction and all this court system right here, these are been happening since in the 1950s, in the 1940s. Like, it's nothing new. It might seem new to us, but these are stuff that been happening long time ago. Okay, so we continue read. The district attorney reports that the sheriff Carney E. Smith refused to make an immediate arrest, although he knew every time I know. The district attorney further reports that the sheriff told him he saw Noah Smith. You heard that? They have eyewitness, even though that's physically proved, but because back in those times there was no camera, there's nothing like that. It's just to be a physical person who is there to give this, to just say, yeah, I saw him do it. So he a black man, they didn't want to look out for him, which they're not going to do. So one of the accuser leaves the scene with blood all over him. It was his duty to take the man into custody regardless of who he was, but he did not do it. Nothing's at all. 3 of the accusers were deceased. Okay? The U.S. Department of Justice Civic Rights Division closed the civic right case in 2016. So it's so crazy that that case carry on for so long and nothing become of it. And these things is going on beneath closed door, and we here and we don't know nothing about it. Okay? So this is why we call this program Things We Need to Know Thursdays, because things like this going on and the media don't have it, CNN don't have it. None of these people going to tell us about stuff like this. So if we don't dig deep to see, like, these things have been going on for like basically decades and no one say nothing about it. Okay, so it's all crazy. How can you shoot someone in broad daylight, 10 a.m. in the morning, right, in front of hundreds of people walking, and because they were all white, nobody, they all said no, they don't see nothing? Why can't black people or melanated skinned people be like that? You know what I'm saying? When one of our brothers kill our next brother, sometimes it's you making the police job so easy when you just go ahead and say, yeah, I see him do it or I see him do it. This is their plan. You know what I'm saying? They created these things to happen so they could come down and they would destroy both sides. So we got to know this stuff. These things that happened to Lamar Smith, this is happening in 1955. And this guy, remember, he was a civic rights movement, you know, a fighter. He was like nobody. Everybody know this guy, and he was a World War vet. All these things, he fought it for America. He go to war. He risked his life. He leave his family. And 10 a.m. in the morning, this guy was gunned down in front of all these white Caucasian people, and nobody see nothing. So this is what happened to us back then, and it's still happening right now. And remember, this case was closed in 2016. So we need to know these things. And again, this is Shavoy and Ras TV. This was Things We Need to Know Thursday. Just want you guys to remember again to like this video. Please go ahead right now before you forgot. Like this video, leave a thumbs up, and make sure you turn your post notification bell on so each time we uploaded a video, you will get it right there in your phone. See you in the next video.